Hello there, how's it going? My name is Hocus and welcome back to the Minecraft LP series. This is episode 133. If you're with me for the last one, you'll remember that we got about 3/4 of the way around the spawn platforms over at the gold farm that we are building above the nether ceiling. And we also streamed again on Friday before the weekend started. And in that stream, we managed to finish up all of the spawn platforms. So the farm has a full loop running around it now, which allows a lot of pigmen to spawn and means that we can also move on to the next stages of the build. So we will be working there today. However, this is where I finished the stream over by the 100 subscriber monument. And I thought I'd give you guys a bit of daylight before we go into the eternal blackness of the nether. So I guess, guys, without further ado, I should quickly say I apologize for the lack of uploads over the weekend. It's becoming quite a frequent trait of mine not to upload at the weekend, which is kind of silly on my part because that's when a lot of you guys have the most free time so that you can check out the videos and stuff. So I should probably start to try and focus a bit more on weekends. However, I was very busy again this weekend with friends and stuff, so you know, that has to come first in life at the moment, unfortunately. Anyway, you guys, as I was saying, let's hop over to the nether, get up above the ceiling, and get back to building this gold farm. I'm hoping to get it finished today. Okay, guys, so here we are over at the gold farm. And as you can see, mentioned previously, the farm now has rings that run in a 360 degrees all the way around. So these are the spawning platforms here, the grey, the andesite. And then we have the glass zone as well at the bottom, which just allows the pigmen to run across towards the farm and then ultimately to their doom down into these pits here where they die and their loot is collected underneath. So we've given it a few tests, not too many. And I think, yeah, I actually took the gold back to base in the stream. So you won't be able to see the loot that we've got so far. But I was very shocked at how quickly it actually generates gold and experience. And that was even with it incomplete. So I think that we have got something quite amazing on our hands here. And as I say, I want to try to get this finished today. So I'm going to have to watch the next step of ilmango's tutorial. And he also has a fix for a certain update. I want to say 1.13. There's a fix for that update. So I need to watch that video as well and just make sure that we implement those changes. So without further ado, you guys, let's jump right into the build. So the next step is to place the iron golems around the farm to attract the magma cubes over the edge. So what we're going to have to do first is craft ourselves some shears. And then placing down the pumpkins, we actually need to convert these into the pumpkins with faces on. Otherwise, I'm fairly certain the golem will not spawn. So let's just do that quickly. We just want to do that to every single pumpkin here. And you can kind of see that they change in a slight way, as I say, once you use the shears on them, then we can harvest them up very easily like that. Okay, so we've got our 24 pumpkins and a bunch of seeds which we'll dump in there. The shears can also go in there, so we've got 24 pumpkins, enough blocks of iron to craft 24 golems, I believe is how many we should need. So let's get up to the farm again. And there you go, it comes into sight. So the easy one to do is to come down to the bottom layer, find the very middle of the farm, and then you want to go out four random blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a piece of glass. And then you can go ahead and break out these blocks. And then you want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glass block there. And this is where you want your first iron golem to be. So let's just clear out some space so that he can't leave the platform. And then you want to go 1, 2, arms in. And then pumpkin on top. And hopefully these guys just stick to that glass block and don't leave. He's just walked onto this cobblestone. I need to get him back across if I can. Go on, dude. You need to go back over to the glass, please. Thank you. And then we should quickly escape so that he can't come across again. Okay, that's one done. And then on to the next one. Next time we won't make the same mistake, right? We won't allow him to leave. Just because that could mean that we'd have to kill him and put a different one in. So for this one, we will perhaps come out at a bit of an angle so that he can't walk over to our platform. Okay. Perhaps the iron golems are more stupid than I think. We might have to block them in. Here, let me go back to the tutorial, see what ilmango has done. I'm pretty certain. Here, actually, let's try again, right? I'm pretty certain in his tutorial they just stuck to the glass block, so I don't know why they wouldn't do that for me. We are going to have to go grab some more iron blocks, but that's fine. We've got a bunch of iron. Okay, so see again, this dude kind of just, you know, wants to leave. So Yeah, we're going to have to think of something new, I think. It looks like the iron golems tried to leave the platform. So let me have a quick think about this, and we'll come back in and make the changes required. It seems as though we've got them stable now, and that's without making any changes. So I think what was wrong was that we were building out too far, tricking the golem's AI into thinking it had a path between the block it's on and the spawning platforms, and then it would try to, of course, cross that gap unsuccessfully, fall to the ground and die, or at least I hope they're dead down there anyway. So we're going to need to go get some more resources because we lost 2 iron golems in the process, which is fine. As I say, we've got enough iron for that, but we need to put 2 on the center on each side, and then we need 2 in each corner as well. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do the center ones next, then I'll come in and show you where the corner ones go, and then after that we need to place down the alarm pigmen that keep the aggro alive when you throw the snowball. Awesome, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 iron golems in place in the center of the spawn platforms each side. So as you can see, we've got another 2 here, another 2 over there, and another 2 across the way. And as I said, the reason why they're walking off is because I think I was giving them enough blocks to trick the AI into thinking it had a path to walk between the glass block and the platform here. So without that, they seem to just merrily sit on their little glass block, not moving too much, because they don't have much room for maneuver, but hopefully none of the guys fall. If they do, we can replace them. Anyway, next step for me is to head back to the overworld, grab ourselves enough materials to create 2 more golems, because we did lose 2 golems, I think, during construction. We will check that right now, because if we didn't lose them, they'll be alive down here. Okay, perhaps they survived the fall, so we're going to have to take them out. Hopefully it won't take too much to kill them. Wow, these guys are tough, right? Look at this. Even with that massive fall, it took him quite a few hits there. But anyway, as I say, we're going to head back over to the overworld, grab ourselves 2 iron golems worth of materials, come back and get the corner golems set up. Okay guys, so fortunately for us, we should have pretty much everything we need here and over at the iron farm. So firstly, we want to switch out to the axe, grab ourselves a couple of pumpkins. So 1, 2 for the heads, and then we can fly on over to the iron farm. We'll also reuse the iron that we gained from killing the 2 guys that did fall. We've got the llamas still here as well, and I killed the wandering trader, so perhaps they are here to stay. I'm not sure. That's something we can take a look at for another time, though. Anyway, as we were saying, this is almost a block here, so let's figure out what we need. So that's 1 block, then we need another 9, so that's 2 blocks, 3 blocks, and 4. If we put 1 back, so that's 9, 18, 27, 36. So let's cut that in half, put another 4 in there. Give ourselves another 36 blocks, and if we combine all of these together into iron blocks, that should give us enough iron to craft 2 more golems. We also need to grab some shears that I should have hanging around here somewhere, I hope. Perhaps not, maybe not, I don't see any. Okay, we will shear these back over at the gold farm then. Anyway, that's everything we need for the 2 iron golems that we lost in the process earlier. Let's get back to business. Alright guys, welcome back to the gold farm. Let's get back to business, as I say. So, for the next one, it's going to be quite difficult, I think, to figure this out. Or not difficult, but we have to be careful. So we've got 4, 3, 2, and then from here you got 4 blocks in the diagonal. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then glass block for number 4. Okay, that seems right. And then before we do anything else, let's go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pop down the next glass block, so we'll have a golem here as well, of course. That's the way things work. And then we want to come away so that the golem can't pathfind off of this glass block. Grab our blocks of iron, our carved pumpkins, and let's set this up. So actually, what might be a better idea is to come directly in front of it like this. Okay, so we don't want any more than 2 blocks. Sorry, we don't want any less than 2 blocks between us and the glass block. I think that's the perfect requirement there. So let's pop down the iron, the pumpkin, and quickly remove these blocks, and that guy is stuck in position by the looks of things. So next step is to go up to the glass blocks that is 6 blocks above him. So if we come into this second layer down here, we should be in line with it, and there it is. So once again, we'll come in on the straight like this, and no less than 2 block gap. Perfect. Set the iron up. Quick jump. Pop the pumpkin, and then get rid of these blocks. Good, so there's the corner golems in place. That's exactly where they need to be. So on the other side, things work exactly the same. You want to come to the end. You want to find the 4. So we've got the 4. The 2. Hang on. Why have we got... Oh, okay, yes. I apologize. We actually need to start down on this layer here. So 4, 3, 2, and then starting right on this block, we want to go out in a diagonal, like so. 4 blocks away, place the golem down, get another one above it, 6 blocks up, and then again here, there, and all the way around. So let's get down to business, get that done, and then it should be time for the alarm pigmen to go in place. We're about to place in the final 2 iron golems in the farm, and as you can see, they extend all the way around. We've got many iron golems here. It hasn't been casualty free. We've lost another iron golem during the process, but I just went back and stocked up on a ton of iron and pumpkins just to make sure that if we lost any more, we wouldn't have to keep returning for materials. Anyway, here we go. So the last 2, we got 4, 3, 2, and then right here is where we want to start. So that's 1, 2, 3, and finally 4. And then we want to come up 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and place one down. Let's just check we're level. Yep, seems good. And then we can come back down here, removing the cobblestone. And then we can take this cobblestone away as well. And as I say, I usually front these blocks up just to get a better angle to place down the iron. So let's get the arms in place. And the pumpkin for the head, and remove this one. And then we want to quickly fly up to the 3rd layer. So let's stick this landing if we can in there. Good, okay, and there's the final block. Okay, so 2 out. That leaves a 3 block gap. And then again, we can place the iron down. So the body, the arms, and then finally the head. And that is every single iron golem required in this farm. So the idea behind these, as I've probably mentioned, is to trap the magma cubes. So they will jump towards the iron golems, throwing themselves over the edge and then die somewhere down there on the surface of the nether ceiling. So now that we have the iron golems in place, the next step is to name a few pigmen and get them on the outer rim of this build as well. Of course, I will have to check the tutorial for that because I don't exactly know what to do there. We're going to need 12 name tags named in a certain way as well, so I'll probably pop back to the overworld in a second to get that done. Anyway, let's try to figure this out, because this is probably one of the last steps now, I believe. Okay guys, back at base for a second. As I say, we need to name these 12 pigmen that we're going to place around the edges of the farm. So in the Ilmango tutorial, he just calls them all the same thing, and that same thing is alarm. So I think we're going to do that as well. Just follow the master's tips, right? Since he seems to know what he's doing, although I don't think it matters at all what you name them. You just have to name them so that they don't count towards the mob cap and interfere with spawns in the farm. And I kind of forgot actually that our area for naming and repairing and all that good stuff is over here in the new ravine, which still requires tons of work. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. It's still in my mind. Anyway, let's take these up here. And as I say, we want to name them all the same thing. I did hear a zombie. Hopefully he's not pursuing us. So instead of name tag, we want to call them all alarm, like so. And that's going to cost us 12. Oh no, that cost us 1 level. Okay, I was under the assumption that each item cost you 1 level. I don't know why. That just came to my mind. Anyway, 1 level to name 12 items is very cheap. So we've got our 12 alarm name tags is what I was supposed to say, not 11. So let's get back to the gold farm, name these pigmen, get them placed where they need to be, and that should be everything done apart from the one change that I need to make. So the process of putting the named pigmen on the outside of the farm seems quite simple. You just want to start on the diagonal torch pattern here and follow it all the way to the outer rim. And then once there, right in the center, you want to come out 3 blocks, or at least I think it's 3. Ilmango didn't actually explain this, explain how many blocks out it needs to be in his video, but it looked like 3, so I'm going to go with 3. And then I think from there you had to just come out like this. Get another one in place. So you want a diagonal block gap between them. And again, like, how did it go? It was just a small diagonal like this, wasn't it? So you need to come out here and there and place another glass block. So we need a pigment on top of all 3 of these glass blocks. And the way to do that is just to push one. So we've got this guy here. They should be in plentiful supply, right? Just because this is exactly what the farm is designed to do, is spawn these guys. So we just want to push him, nudge him until he goes all the way to the glass block without hopefully pushing him off the edge. That would not be what we want. So here we go, he's almost there, and then we should switch to the pickaxe, take this block out so that he can't come back across, Name him Alarm. Okay, that's good. That's the first one done. We'll just take a few blocks away as well. Just so, unlike the Iron Golems, he doesn't think he can maneuver across and then fall to his doom. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of these off camera just because it's going to be quite a tedious process. And then once all of the pigmen are in their spaces, we should be able to test this thing out and see how it goes. After making that one extra change, I should probably mention that as well, shouldn't I? Surprisingly, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. So, what, it's taken about maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get these pigmen in place. We've got 3 here, each named Alarm, as you know. And then if we follow the rings around, you'll see that in each corner, as I said we would, we've got 3 pigmen. So these guys, I don't know if I mentioned this. I probably have mentioned this many times, actually. So I don't know why I'm saying I don't know if I've mentioned this, because I definitely have. But these guys are there to try to maintain the aggro once you've thrown the snowball at a pigman, because of course they cannot actually advance towards you, so they should keep spreading the message that the player is hated by the pigmen in the area. So these guys are named as well, which means that they won't count towards the mob cap, will not interfere with spawns in the rings here, and just having them there should improve efficiency and effectiveness of the farm. So as I mentioned, there was one more change we had to make, and I think it involves pulling these slabs out and replacing them with snow. So I will go and check the Ilmango video for that and see what he says and get that done. And then once that is finished, we should be able to give this farm a test run and see if it's worth its salt. As for the 1.13 change, I don't know if this still applies in the game, but I'm going to do it anyway, just because, you know, I got mentioned it in a comment as well. And I had already seen the video, so I figured that why not, okay? It's not going to make any difference, even if it isn't something that needs changing in this update. So what you need to do, first of all, is pull the corner torches 1 block away, just so that it cannot melt the snow layers that we're going to place in just a second. So let's do that on all 4 corners. And then you want to get rid of these slabs in here, and replace them with 5 snow slabs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's get that one back. We can. Nope, not with the pickaxe. That doesn't work. Anyway, same again. So get rid of the slabs. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then that one can go again. And then over here, same thing. So slabs are going to go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then finally on this corner of the AFK area, we want to do the same thing. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Get rid of these 2. That should be good. And we've used the stack exactly, which I wasn't expecting, but there you go. And now the farm should be fully functional. So let's give this thing a test. Okay guys, here it is, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the completion of the gold farm, which now allows us to give it a test run. So I need to find my snowballs. Here they are. Let's go take a few pot shots at these guys. So open this up, find a pigman in range, hit him with the snowball, and that's interesting. Only this guy seems to have been aggroed by that. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. That was a weird glitch, right? That first one. Okay, so here they come. And let's just see how long this lasts. We might want to go ahead and turn hostile creatures off. And friendly creatures, just so that we can't hear the carts. And as I say, let's just see how long this lasts. This should last and be a lot more sustainable than what we had before. So the experience is coming in. I still see the pigmen making their way towards the farm, which is definitely a good sign. Okay, yep, they're still coming in slowly but surely, dying in the pits of doom. Our loot is going to start backing up very quickly though, because we don't have a storage system attached to this just yet. That is going to be one of the next steps for this farm, you guys, is to add a storage system in. All of our armor is getting nice and repaired. The pigmen are still coming though, so this is a good sign, right? This is definitely a good sign, exactly what we wanted. So it seems that adding in the 3 pigmen on the outside and changing these to the snow layers has ensured that things keep ticking over, the guys can keep falling in and dying, and that the XP will roll in, the gold will roll in, everything will just come into the center where we need it. So I think that we are going to wrap up today's episode now, guys. So I'll be back in just a second to say my goodbyes and farewells. Alright guys, welcome back to the video for the last time today. The farm is still running. This clip was recorded pretty much right after the last one. So I just wanted to say goodbye, farewell, thank you very much for watching today's video. This has been episode 133 of the series. I've been Hocus Pocus. Seems as though the farm is still running, which I thought perhaps wasn't the case after we've Not seen much experience come in. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. Goodbye, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please drop a like down below. Any comments, suggestions, questions, feedback should go down in the comments section. I'll be sure to get back to you on that. And finally, if you're new around here or haven't subscribed yet, then please be sure to hit that red subscribe button to stay tuned to this series. I'm also going to be posting a bunch of other Minecraft videos to the channel. So if you do like this game, then I don't see why you wouldn't want to subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot of content to come. Anyway, guys, once again, I appreciate the fact that you take time out of your day to come and watch my videos. I'm grateful to have you here. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye for now.